Thank you for choosing Brady Food. My name is Brady, and this is my first ever YouTube video. Today, we're going to be making, or how to make, a corn dog casserole with bacon. First things first, you're going to need the ingredients. I got bacon here. It's about 8 to 10 slices, but you can either add or subtract depending on your taste, because I know bacon has like a lot of salt with the grease and the fat, so you can either add or subtract. It's up to you. 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 stalks of celery. Again, you can add or subtract. I got green onion, a pack of hot dogs, should be about 8, 2 eggs, 2/3 cup of milk, 2 boxes of corn muffin mix or cornbread mix, and where is it? Ah, there it is. The French's fried onions. That's also going to be in the mix. Alright, so first I'm going to get the bacon in the pan over here. I did put a little bit of water in here so that way the bacon will crisp up more and produces less splatter of the bacon. Trust me when I say this, do not cook the bacon shirtless if you're going to make the bacon whole. I have scars just trying to do it. It is all a joke, but please do be careful. And always keep an eye on your bacon. No one likes burnt bacon. Now, I'm gonna cut my celery. You can try to get as straight as you can, but either way it's gonna be cooking in with the hot dogs and green onion, and it's gonna be in the cornbread mix as well. Just try to keep your fingers away from your knife as you're cutting. It doesn't matter if you're using a cloth grip or not. Always want to be safe when cutting. Once more, just cut it straight through the middle. Once or twice, this should be good enough. Scratch that. Alright, that's about perfect now. And I'll just perfect, just like that. Set it to a side here for you. Now for the green onions, it's about the same as you want. Add, subtract, or cut them all and put like bits and pieces of it in there, and then save the rest for another recipe you may like omelets. I'll put the knife down. Omelets, casserole of some sort, or anything you can think of for green onions that may be useful. But today, we're just going to use all of it and save the rest for the next video. I also recommend using these onions so that way it doesn't have a bite to it when you use regular onion. And yes, these will be off to the side so that way they're not in the way when I cut the hot dogs. And that's why you shouldn't. Always keep your fingers away from the blade because potentially something could come off. Whether it's skin, a nail, or in this case, your own glove. Perfect, just like that. And again, it doesn't have to be pitch perfect because they're going to go in with the hot dogs once they're cut up, and it's going to be in the batter once everything's ready. What I'm doing over here is, as the bacon's cooking in the water, I'm making sure that they're stirred. Well, I'm stirring them as they're cooking so that every piece of bacon is cooked together, and so that when everything's all made up, it's not burned when I throw the bacon in this bowl, which will contain the cornbread mix. Next, really should have these ready when I got everything. I'm going to put everything in a bowl so that they're out of my way. Trust me, I'm always prepared for these types of things, but this was kind of a excitement kind of thing tonight. And over there. Now technically you could use the same bowl to put everything, but depending on how much celery or onion that you use, it may not fit. So I'll always try to find like a big enough bowl or container to put everything in. Next, just gonna flip my cutting board like that. Now, I'm going to cut the hot dog. Well, hot dogs. Again, you don't have to worry about pitch perfect slice because they're going to be cut again once I cut them. Yeah, see that's not entirely perfect, but it's going to be cut to like bite-sized pieces so that way when everything is ready it can be thrown into the wok I have back there. I use a normal frying pan, but didn't really have enough time to get one due to everything being cheap for Christmas. Or expensive. How would I say that? Expensive? Yeah. Spent, yeah. I'm going to do this about 7 more times, but you pretty much get the idea of what's to expect for cutting a hot dog and the proper idea of cutting. Doesn't have to be pitch perfect. If you're that pitch perfect, good job. But not everything in the world has to be pitch perfect. Because either way, everything's going to go all in, and it's going to be the best thing that you ever had with bacon. Because without bacon, we wouldn't have pigs. And I'm not wrong there. As you can already tell from the hot dogs, it looks already enough with just 3 hot dogs. But, and I hate to be a broken record, you can add, subtract as many hot dogs as you want, depending on your taste, or depending on your yeah, just pretty much taste and your like of hot dogs. And your like of hot dogs, yeah. All your dogs are chopped. Now, time to check on the bacon. Again, giving it a stir. Show it. Giving the bacon a stir so that way everything is all cooked and cooked evenly, and make it crispy. Again, with the water and the bacon pieces. Next, using 2 tablespoons of butter. Just want to throw it in your wok at a medium-high heat. Just enough to melt the butter and cook the hot dog and your throw-ins like the celery and the green onion. They will all be thrown in the wok to get everything cooked up. Probably should have had this going before I started, but what can I do? I'm only human. As you can see here, I'm still stirring the bacon so that everything's cooked evenly while I have the butter melting to get the hot dogs in. Same with the green onion and celery. Hopefully it won't be too long till the butter melts, but hopefully the bacon won't take too long either. Hopefully. I do also have the bacon on a medium heat along with cold water, so that way once everything is cooked or heated up and cooked, there's less splatter to go around with the bacon and the water combined. Normally you could do it without the water, but you could go either way. Water in the pan, warm pan, cold pan, at a medium-low heat, medium heat, or medium-high heat. Just keep an eye on your bacon. It can go either way for you depending on how you want to cook your bacon. And depending on how crispy you want it. Or chewy if you're those chewy bacon eaters. Just don't use turkey bacon, for the love of God! Now with the butter being almost completely melted, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hot dogs in, the entire pack of 8 dogs. If you have any wiener dogs, I do apologize. And yes, there will be a lot of jokes on this channel as well. Age appropriate, anyway. Celery, green onion, don't want that. Throw a little bit more green onion. Grab another spatula, just stir your hot dog, green onion, and celery around so that way everything is cooked evenly. There will also be occasional jumpers, so keep an eye out for that. More stirring for the bacon so that way everything's cooked evenly. Stirring more for the hot dog and onion celery mix. You can raise the temperature a little bit for the bacon if you want to, if you think medium heat is too low, but as everything, or as I said once or twice before, keep an eye on your bacon, because you don't want those suckers to burn. Except for turkey bacon, that can burn. This portion of the video is not sponsored by Dirt Dudes, but if you happened to check them out, go right ahead and do so. They got amazing quality content for you guys. They race razors, they do certain giveaways, they got great merch as shown here. They are just amazing people. So go ahead and check out Dirt Dudes UTV for great quality videos and great content from them, and riding side-by-sides. So in case you ever get the inspiration to get a razor or RS1, check them out, see what they do and see what they got in store. Again, not technically sponsored by Dirt Dudes, but check them out. Not a jumper. Looks like the hot dog is ready. As you can see, the hot dog looks cooked enough, along with the, I'm not even going to say the entire thing. The hot dog mix is ready, so as the bacon is cooking, it's time for the cornbread mix of the portion. You're first going to want to start off with 2 boxes of your corn muffin mix or cornbread mix, depending on what you have or could get your hands on. Or prefer, yeah. to about 2/3 of a cup of milk. Normally it's just 1/3 of a cup of milk, but since we're using 2 boxes, 2/3. And 2 eggs. Again, with it being 2 boxes, it normally calls for 1 egg, but you get the picture. Alright. Also keep an eye out for your eggshells in the mix, because you don't want crunchy other than the green bean or celery. As you're making your items, be a lookout for eggshells, because you don't want crunchy white things in your mix as you're going. Now you just want to mix everything around till you get no clumps at all. Mix. And yes, I will have the full ingredients and instructions in the description below. Just kind of rotate your bowl as you're going. You don't have to go super hard or super soft. Just go like at a pace you would. And again, no clumps, no problem. As far as you can see anyway. Time to check on the bacon. Alright. Bacon's getting a little bit more crispier. As you can see right here, it's getting more crispy. It's always about temperature that you want to keep your eye out on, because time and temperature. The higher you have your item, without keep an eye on things, you could ruin something. But what I did was I poured the hot dog mix in with the cornbread or corn muffin mix. Now you could use a fork or a spatula that you used your hot dogs on and just mix that in very well. My God, it ever looks so good. Checking the bacon one more time. Well, there's going to be a couple more times, but we'll leave the bacon alone for another few minutes. Go ahead and continue mixing your cornbread, or corn dog now. Yes. While you're waiting for the bacon to get crispy enough, Now is the time to spray your pan with cooking spray. Usually it's a 13 by 9 cooking pan, but we are using 10.3 and 4.8 quart cooking pan. So just give it a good spray on all sides and the bottom, so that way things don't stick to the pan as you're cooking. As you can see, everything is about even now and equal to all sides and corners. So everything is all ready to go right into the oven. Again, preheated at 400 degrees, and should be ready in about 13 to 17 minutes, or depending on how long the cornbread is going to take. I'll see you in 17 minutes. Alright, welcome back, and our meal is done. Should be, anyway. Look at that. Looks so good. But the only way to prove that it is done is taking a clean toothpick here, just sticking it in the middle to see if it's gooey or not. If it comes out clean, it's good. I like to do it a couple times just to make sure everything is all cooked, and everything looks clean. So what we'll do next is, I forgot to mention this, but cheese. You can throw cheese on it too to make it a cheesy corn dog casserole, basically. So what you want to do is just sprinkle some around the top here. You can use a whole bag, or if you want to limit yourself to a few sprinkles, you can, but you also want to try to spread it around evenly, so that way you don't have to use an entire bag of cheese. Or if something just happens out of the blue, just go ahead and deal with it. Because too much cheese never hurt anyone, unless you're lactose intolerant. Then go easy on the cheese, will ya? It's spread around evenly. I did also forget to put the crispy fried onions in the meal, but I can still save it. Maybe if luck wants to turn around for a second, I can still save it. I'm gonna put a few crispy fried onions on top, or the entire container. I'm not too picky. Or if you feel like you're not too picky with your crispy fried onions, go ahead and use the entire bag. But normally I would have this under the cheese and not on top of the cheese. But I can go ahead and throw more cheese on to give it like a cheesy, crunchy pull to it, if that makes sense. Look at that. That looks ever so good. Now I'm going to throw more cheese on top. Or at least sprinkle, not throw. Alright, that should be good enough. Now I'm going to throw it back in for another minute or two to let the cheese melt on top of the French fried onions, and so that way everything comes out cheesy once everything is all ready. I'll see you in about 2 to 3 minutes. Alright, after 3 minutes everything is now all done. Let's look at the cheesy result right over here. My God, does it ever look so good. It is best with salt and pepper, and then this is optional, but ketchup and mustard if you want to have it on top of your corn dog casserole. And until next time, this has been Brady from Brady Foods, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And leave a comment if you want to. Bye!